Dak Prescott, guys, this is a guy we're talking about last season, and I'm not turning this into the Dak Prescott show by any means, but he was setting some crazy offensive numbers last season before he got hurt. I mean, he was really lighting it up. 9 touchdown passes, less than 5 games played. He had near 2,000 yards in less than 5 games played as well, obviously getting that injury against the Giants. But he definitely deserved this contract. And I think you look at it, and of course, as Eagles fans, we want to compare it to Carson Wentz's, I think, $107 million guaranteed. Dak Prescott got more than that. 4-year contract. We got to remember, Dak Prescott's 28 years old. He's going to be 32, yep. 160 million under his belt, and he's going to be looking for a new contract, and he could very well get something more than that, depending on how his play is. So this guy we can be talking about in 10 years is a very, very rich man. But I think Tanner and T, obviously opposite sides here. I think T, you like the deal because you overpaid for a quarterback in your opinion. Tanner, obviously being cautious of the Eagles and having knowing Dak Prescott's talents and having to play him twice a year in the division. For me, I think I'm on Tanner's side here because I know Dak Prescott's a solid quarterback. I get the overpaying for him, but at the end of the day, who else will the Cowboys get? You look at next season; they're not up there high enough unless they trade up to get one of those top tier quarterbacks in this year's draft. And Sam Howell, really the only big name coming out next year from North Carolina as a quarterback in next year's draft. So I think they had to make this deal done. Now, did they shoot themselves in the foot by not paying him 2 years earlier? Probably. But at the end of the day, Cowboys were going to win this division last year if Dak Prescott didn't get hurt. And I can stamp that here and feel 100% confident with that statement. And obviously Washington football team getting in because of the fact that Prescott got hurt. But I'm scared in the fact that the Cowboys, who are rumored to be very interested in Kyle Pitts, could have a core of Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, Zeke Elliott, Kyle Pitts, a healthy Dak Prescott. And when Michael Gallup, I believe, is your fourth guy on the team, it's a scary offense. Now, we all know the Cowboys' defense is terrible, and I know T, you're chomping at the bit to make a counterpoint here, and I'm going to give it to you in a second. But if that Cowboys defense gets figured out, I'm nervous. I'm very nervous because we're not close to the talent level that the Cowboys have right now on paper, and it remains to be seen. The big question, will Dak Prescott come back 100% healthy? They say he is. Obviously, they wouldn't have paid him $160 million if there was question marks about his health. So that's where I stand, and that's where my concern lies with the Dak Prescott contract.
All right, so here's the thing, because I just pulled up the Dallas Cowboys, their cap situation, and of course it updated with Dak Prescott's contract. Now, here's the thing. This is their cap hit going into this coming year. Listen to this. DeMarcus Lawrence, all right, his contract is going to command $25 million. All right, that's close to 12% of your cap right there. And then 10.5% of your contract now goes to Dak Prescott at $22.2 million. Next up, Amari Cooper, $22 million. That's a little over 10%. Zach Martin, all right, a little over $17 million. That's 8% of your cap. Tyron Smith, who really looked like a shell of his former self this past season and was really riddled with injuries, a little over $14 million against your cap.
See, it sounds like you better be good at math, T, because it sounds like you're adding up a lot of stats here.
What my point is, they put themselves in cap hell. All right. After paying all this money towards these major players, and the cap's only going to go, I'm sorry, these numbers are only going to go up as the years go on. Of course they do. The Dallas Cowboys put themselves in a position where if they don't win now, if they don't win within the next 2 years, they're not going to win at all. They're not going to win anything. Because you're not going to be able to sign everybody after you signed all these contracts. And look, now you brought up some of the future players. All right, you still got Anthony Brown eventually. As his contract going to be up. All right, you still got Leighton Vander Esch. All right, who's still under his rookie deal. CeeDee Lamb. All right, in about 3-4 years is going to want a new contract. Michael Gallup's going to want a new contract too. You've put yourself in cap hell to where you're not going to be able to sign those impact guys. That's all I'm trying to say. The Dallas Cowboys made a mistake throwing this much money, allocating this much money to these players, not just Dak Prescott, but to the rest of these players as well, putting themselves in a situation where they really should be dominating the NFC East because their talent is young. It's very good. I'm not gonna deny or lie about that. You put yourself in a situation where if you don't win now, you're done. You're not going to be able to compete in this sorry ass division. That's all I'm saying.
T, I think you're trying to make yourself feel a little better. Right? I'm looking at this contract now, T. I'm looking at how this Eagles team is not an actual team yet. They're not built. They haven't played with their quarterback. They haven't played with a lot of the guys that they're going to see on this team for the next season to come. And you're going to be missing a lot of guys. The Eagles are in a worse position right now, T. I don't care about if you're talking about what's going to happen in 3 years when CeeDee Lamb isn't a rookie anymore on his rookie contract anymore. I don't care because they have a better team right now. And I don't want the Cowboys to sweep us this season, T. That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about this season coming up. We're talking about how Jalen Hurts is going to be quarterback. You can bring up you can go talk to the Cowboys accountant for all I care. I don't care what the cap hit looks like in 2 years. I care about whether the Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl, because then I'll go hide under a rock. I care about now, T. I care about how this Eagles team is going to recover, rebuild, and beat the Dallas Cowboys for years and years and years to come.
I am
scary.
pissed off.
And I think we're on the same page there, Tanner. It's not ideal. And T, you got to remember, they already lost one of those big guys due to money constraints.